Looks like we're good to go.
Arnold Barboza Jr. in the building. About to be joining us here in studio. So you already know, if you haven't already done so, head on over to patreon.com, drop in your question for Arnold so that we can have it asked live on the show.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
How are you, man? Is this too early for you?
Nah, I actually finished my run and my breakfast already, so I've been up for a while.
Uh-oh, you got a cut?
Yeah, it was in sparring yesterday, a headbutt. We were in the inside working, and
what headgear you got?
I got the winning one, but it moved. It moved, and I don't know. I don't know how the heck.
Who you was sparring?
I was sparring at the Salas gym. Yeah, so it's good work, man. But it's all right. It's a little scratch. So
wait. You spar Arthur?
No, I sparred Luis Feliciano and Brian Flores.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Won't be an issue for the upcoming July 15th bout, right? The cut?
No.
Okay.
No, it's a baby cut. I still finished 5 rounds after and it didn't even bleed, so we're good.
So how's it been, man? This is your first time holding training camp in Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, man, it's been different. I'll tell you that much.
How so? The heat or the sparring?
Heat. I mean, there's decent sparring out there too. There's good sparring. There's great sparring out here actually. But the sparring is great out here. I'm just getting used to the weather, but I'm adapting already. You know, it's pretty good.
How long have you been in Vegas?
I'm going on 2 weeks now.
Are you finding it more difficult to do the runs? They say this is high altitude, or no?
Now, well, before this, my training camp's out of Hold'em in Big Bear, you know, which was like 8,000 feet elevation. But so the altitude's not really a problem. It's more, I think, the weather. You know, like, you know, you getting up in the morning, you're like, it's like 90 degrees, you know, like at 6 in the morning. So it's just getting used to it, man, because I mean, I'm from Cali, you know, it's good weather all year round, you know, but it's all right, man, you know, it's nothing crazy.
I agree, bro. I'm not originally from Vegas. I've only got 3 months living here, and I check the weather every day, and it freaks me out to see that at 8 a.m. it's 90 in the fucking... It's crazy. It's crazy.
Right? Crazy.
So do you typically do your runs in the morning because that, or do you ever do night runs?
I do them in the morning. I'm an early bird, man. I get up early all the time. So I'm up early.
How early?
Man, I'm up like at 5 in the morning.
Wow.
You know,
so how early do you go to bed?
I'm probably like around 9:30. I'm in bed. You know, sometimes, you know, it's about 9:30 the latest when I'm watching something, you know, interesting.
So when did you get into the sport? How old were you?
I was 5.5.
Okay, young.
Yeah. My pops, he was a pro kickboxer, and I remember he put me in soccer, and I remember I missed the ball, I hit my head, and I started crying. You know what I mean? And then like he used to go to the gym, and he used to always watch fights. I remember he was watching a fight, and I told him I want to do that, and he's like, you're crazy. He's like, if they can hit you in the head, and you're gonna cry. So then he took me to the gym, man. It was a wrap. You know, he was like 13-0 in his career, but and I was fighting smoker fights because I was too young for the USA boxing, you know. So I was fighting on the same cards as him and stuff like that. And then but he eventually, you know, he quit just to focus on me, you know, and he took me to USA boxing legit when I hit 8, and it was up from there.
Wow, so you've just been at it since 8 years old.
Yeah, well, 5.5 I started. I stopped when I was 13. I played football in high school. I love football. You know, I went up to like 215 pounds.
What?
210. Yeah, I was.
How tall are you?
I'm like 5'9". So like.
What?
Yeah. So I remember.
What position you played?
I was linebacker, fullback.
What?
Yeah.
And that was what, high school?
That was high school. Yeah. That was all high school. Yeah, well, it was my senior year because I remember my junior year I was starting linebacker. I remember I got trucked like my first game by some one dude, and I was like, man, this whole summer I'm gonna just dedicate myself to making sure that don't happen again and get big. And so I got big, just hit the weights a lot and hit up to like 215, 210. So
there has to have been some other pause because you're 30 right now.
No. So after, like I said, all through high school, I didn't box anymore. I stopped, you know, cold turkey. Just it wasn't no fighting.
So when you get back to it,
after high school, I was like, man, like, what am I gonna do? I don't like school, you know.
So you're 17 or 18?
I was 18.
Okay.
I was already gonna be 19, and then I started training again when I was like 19. Then my pops didn't take me serious because I would go to the gym like just to lift weights at the boxing gym. But then like I would just be mad or something, and I would spar somebody, you know, just to like, cause I was mad, you know, and I'll do good for like 2 rounds, and I'll just gas out, you know, cause I had all this muscle on me.
Mm-hmm.
So then he didn't even take me serious for 6 months. He didn't train me. He didn't even get me with the mitts.
Wow.
He didn't mess with me until he seen that I was serious about losing the weight and stuff like that. And so yeah, we just hit it hard.
So you got some decent wins under your resume for a person like myself that knows, you know, who these guys are. You beat Mike Reed from the DMV. That's a decent win. I see that you also have a win over Mike Alvarado, William Silva, my guy from Canada, Tony Lewis, Alex Salcido. So decent names coming around along the way. But I have to ask, would you consider yourself a contender or a prospect at this point in your career?
I definitely think I'm a contender, man, no doubt. You know, like you said, there's some decent wins in there. It started with Mike Reed, man. Mike Reed I fought him when he was a contender. He had just literally fought Jose Ramirez for the title eliminator, you know. And so like in my eyes, like if I would have just fought for a title eliminator coming off a loss, I'm gonna come back strong, you know, and I'm gonna come back. So I think I got the best Mike Reed, you know, that there was, you know. And, you know, I think that was a big win for me. You know, the Salcedo fight was a big win for me. The Mike Alvarado fight was a big win for me. You know, I feel like, you know, that I had to come up the hard way. And I feel like I still am doing things kind of the hard way, you know. And it's all right, you know. I feel like the whole division is like in a weight right now.
A weight? Why?
Like in a line, because it's Josh Taylor, you know, has all the belts. I feel like everybody's just like in that line, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you got Cepeda, and then next is going to be another guy. You know, it's not like the belts are not scattered, you know what I mean? So it's not like you got 3 or 4 guys fighting at one time for a belt, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Is there another sanctioning body you're ranked higher than the WBO? I think they have you at number 8, right?
Yeah, man, it's crazy. At one point, like a few months ago, I was number 2 at WBO. Yeah, I was at number 2 at WBO. I'm saying, man, it's weird. These rankings bring you down a little bit, you know what I mean? I'm just like, damn.
Wait, how long has it been since you fought Antonio Moran?
That
was
in August.
Oh,
yeah. So it's a while.
Minute. You're going almost a year. Almost.
Yeah. So and it's our fault. You know, that's our fault.
What, did you have an injury?
No. We just waited for somebody that didn't want to end up fighting after all. So it was our
So you're
fault.
talking about the Teo fight?
Yeah, the Teo fight.
How long ago were you told possibly you can get a Teo fight?
Man, this was like kind of like not right after his loss, but it was like I knew that loss kind of benefited me, you know, because I knew that he wasn't going to be able to just try to go and fight Josh Taylor right away, you know. So I knew he was going to have to come back, but I didn't know that he was going to have all these injuries and all this stuff. But I got told, you know, that he was all right and he was going to start training and we were going to probably fight, you know, soon, you know.
How many? What was the first potential month they gave you?
It was probably January, February.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then after January came and passed, they said what?
It was like, oh well, you know, he's gonna go get checked. He's traveling right now. He's gonna go do this, that. He's injured. And it's, okay, well, it's gonna happen.
So what was the next month they said?
And then the next month it was just probably I think it was like April, and then after April I think it was June, and then after that it was finally like, okay, he's not gonna fight till like September, and I was like, man, we gotta move on, you know.
Yeah.
So it was time.
Wow. So then you hear him on Twitter saying nobody wants to fight him.
That's crazy. Yeah, man, that thing kind of got me mad. You know, I mean, I don't pay attention to him no more because I kind of learned that he talks a lot, man, and the whole situation. And it's not really like, I don't even think it's me like that I dislike the kid. I think it's more like his father. You know, like puts everything on him. You know, it's kind of sad. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't mention me, it was his dad, you know, and then like, so his dad's his team, you know, so his son has to take responsibility for that, you know? And so I don't know, man, when he said that, I was just like, man, what are you talking about? Like, I know my manager went off on him, you know, and it was like, what are you talking about, man? We've been trying to get you to fight.
To be clear, your manager is Rick Mirrigan, right?
Yes, sir.
Same manager as Jose Ramirez, Joseph Diaz. He just signed someone else, right?
Cepeda. Yeah.
So I heard that your manager went into that meeting not for you at first, but to get that fight for Cepeda. Do you know if that's true or false that Team Tio allegedly was negotiating with your manager for Cepeda first, then you became a possibility because of Tio's dad?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that because I know at the time Cepeda wasn't signed with my manager. I don't know about that, but that I know when you were talking about, because I got told the same thing, that they went in there wanting to fight Cepeda, right?
Mm-hmm.
But and then Cepeda already had his route. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He already had his mandatory. He was already the next in line for the WBC. That's why Tio, I think, wanted to fight that. But they offered it me. You know, I was on the table, and he kind of like started making. That's when the excuses started coming out. But hey, man. I mean, look, we're past that. You know, maybe in the future. I mean, you know, he wins his fight. You know, and when mine, then hopefully next.
So, what do you know of your opponent, Danielito Zorrilla? Zorrilla. Yo, come on, you the Mexican. Help me here.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd fuck it up, bro. It's a Spanish.
He
name.
knows my Spanish is horrible.
Nah, man. You know what? I've seen him fight two times. I seen his last one against Akano. It ended quick. He hit him with a body shot and stopped him. I know he has good pop. You know, and I've seen him.
Was
fight
it a left hook to the body? Because he's Puerto Rican.
Yeah. I think it was right. I think it was right in the middle. So I know, man, it's gonna be a good fight. You know,
75% KO ratio, 16 wins, 12 knockouts.
Yeah. He's not a bad fighter, man. He's good. You know, and you know, I took this fight because he's ranked as well. You know, and I got to get back up into the rankings. You know, so I know this is the only way to get it. So we took this fight in a heartbeat.
I want to ask. Obviously, some will say that at 38%, not much of knockout power, but 4 fighters that you've stepped into the ring with have never fought again. Do you think that when you step into that, fighters respect what you pack?
Oh, for sure. Because if I didn't, then they would just not stop coming after me. You know, it's crazy because at the beginning of my career, because I was brought up as a boxer, right? You know, my style was boxing, and then every fight, man, I was getting tired of every fight. Every fucking game plan of, sorry, I don't know if I can cut, but
you're good.
Every game plan, you know, of every fighter was like, oh, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna take them to deep waters, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna go inside and bang with them, we're gonna do this, and I was like, all right, so but then when they got in the ring, it was different, you know what I mean, and then, you know, I started learning to fight in the inside, you know, my last 2 fights with Moran and Salcedo, I proved that I can bang with 2, you know what I'm saying, So I feel like my overall game is getting better. That
fight was a war.
Yeah, it was a good fight, man. You know, we both took punishment in that fight. You know, I took me a little longer to recover. You know, but it was a great fight, man. I'm glad that I fought the fight that I did. Like the last rounds I boxed, I boxed them beautiful. I could have did that the whole fight. You know what I mean? But I wanted to prove a point. You know, and that's what I wanted to do, man. And that's what I think I've been doing.
So this kid does seem like he has some pop. He knocked out Dakota Linger, who is a tough little, you know, people overlook Dakota. You know who that is, right?
Yeah, no, I've never seen. No.
Oh my God, let me see his last fight, bro. He probably got robbed in his last fight. Matthew Gonzalez. Yep, Lefty Guns. That was on Top Rank. He probably beat Lefty. He's a tough kid, man. He's a tough kid. He's not a world beater. Probably won't be a world champion, but he is a durable dude that gets slept on, and if you ain't got the pop, he gonna be in there all night with you. And this kid knocked him out. Then he knocked out Cano. You know Cano's a puncher.
Yeah.
You know, knocked out obviously Linares, and I was at that Malignaggi fight. He gave Malignaggi hell.
Yeah.
So you're in for a decent fight with this kid. Do you look at tape or you leave that to your dad?
No, I look at some. My pops, man, he's a boxing. Man, I do watch his boxing all day, you know, and he knows. I mean, he knows everybody that's like in the top 15. He's seen film on everybody already, so he knows, you know, his stuff. And we sit down as a team and we'll watch it, you know. But I don't do too much watching, but I do watch it, you know, just to know what I need to do in the ring.
Would you know only after this win whether or not Vegas was a good change and you'll do it again? Or do you already know that you would like to come back to Vegas for training camp?
Yeah, I mean, you know, like, so far I like it. You know, it's been good. It's just like I said, the weather is getting used to it. You know, And the heat, man, is crazy. You know, it's crazy. But yeah, man. I mean, listen. At the end of the day, you know, it's work, right? You know, he's a bag in the ring. It's a sparring partner. So
I was gonna ask you, like, being away from family, but you would be away at Big Bear as well. So this is no different in that sense for you.
Yeah, it's no different. You know, that's the hard part, right? You know, Big Bear. I just love it up there, man. It's just. You know, it's just so you're just away from everything, man, and you know it's a little crazier over here, you know. But you know, hopefully, you know, we can get something going, you know, a Big Bear again, or you know, but I don't know, cause Abel, you know, we used to have him rent us the gym, but hopefully next time, man. If not, I'll come back here.
I wanted to ask you, leading into that Mike Alvarado fight. Actually, it was before the Mike Alvarado fight, maybe the year before. You had like what the fuck was up with Charlie Zelenoff and that whole thing where he said that he beat you up?
Yeah, dude, that dude. So I seen him one time at at Gold's Gym, right? And then he took a picture of me, or I thought he took a picture of me, and then the next thing you know, like I'm getting like, cause I had just fought I think it was Mike Reed. I just fought.
Okay.
Oh my God! So he took a picture and said he beat you up in sparring.
And I was like, and then I'm getting like, he's saying he's beating my ass. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, so like, dude, like, hey, I'm not even lying, bro. Like, I take shit serious, you know. So like, I got his address, and I was like, man, but I was like, nah, you know what? Like, it's not even worth it.
Yo,
man.
That's Frank's boy. Shout out to Frank.
Yeah, I know Frank, man. Frank be instigating everything.
Yo, no, Frank actually dropped a video when that happened, saying that you made him run.
Fuck, I'm telling you, bro. I didn't make no money run, man. I if I see him, maybe now, but you know, it's just.
Oh man!
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Yo,
Charlie's trolled even wilder.
Did you see the video I sent you?
No.
Yeah. It was Charlie. He actually like made a full video. The guy is something else.
No,
man.
of course. I can't believe he's still doing it. After the Wilder thing, I thought it calmed down, but he's still out here trolling, huh?
Yeah, this is crazy.
I got Ruin in 504 New Orleans. He says, if you're able to get past Zorrilla.
Yeah.
What fight would you like next?
You know, if I can't get a title shot, then I like the Teal fight next. You know, he's gonna be fighting around the same time I am, so I think that'll be perfect. You know, I'm not gonna wait. You know, I'm gonna stay active. You know, I learned my lesson, so I want that fight next. You know, and if it's not that fight,
are you not worried about his youth? Dude's 24, bro.
I don't care, man. That dude could be fucking 19. I don't care. Like I just like I want to fight him. You know, like I don't think I've ever wanted to fight somebody so bad. You know, and I know the camp for that would be amazing, man, because the motivation I would have. I'm not that I'm not motivated right now. Of course I am. You know what I'm saying? But because first things first is handling business the 15th. But you know, I think the only other person that I was motivated to fight like this was like the Salcedo fight. You know, just because he said some stuff before the fight. But yeah, man.
What did he say?
I think they told me after I fought Tony Lewis that he changed his mind. He was gonna knock me out in 3 rounds instead of 6.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, cool. You know, and then that gym he was training at, they were always like commenting on my stuff, just talking all kind of shit. So like I was like, all right, cool. You know, so we got in my zone, man, and we just figured it out.
Excuse me. Has Kenneth Sims ever been offered to you?
He got offered. I believe it was in. When was that? I think it was for January. I think it was.
So after Tio couldn't make it, they offered you.
Well, they it wasn't like the Tio couldn't make it. They just said like just in case kind of type thing. But the thing was that I told my manager, I was like, bro, I want big fights. You know what I'm saying? Like I have nothing against Sims. You know, Sims is a good fighter.
Think after his win over the Dominican Elvis Rodriguez, because they were hyping Elvis.
Yeah, but you know, like I said, you know, it's like me beating Mike Reed, right? That at one point they were hyping him. You know what I'm saying? The fight with Sims, we didn't say no to the fight. You know, we said yes, and we said make it worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're not just gonna fight this guy to fight this guy. You know what I'm saying? That he, you know, we know who he is. Yeah, I've known who he is from his first debut. Actually, he was with Gary Shaw, I believe it was. And because we had a buddy.
Damn,
you
know
card.
well. That was his promoter.
Yeah. So because we had Alex Luna. He was with Gary Shaw, and Gary Shaw gave me my first 3 fights.
Okay.
You know, so I knew who he was because I was like, man, who is this kid? 'Cause there's a bunch of cameras here. It was crazy. You know, and my dad goes, oh yeah, he's pretty good amateur. So my dad, like I said, my dad's a boxing. He knows who everybody is. So, you know, I got, you know, offered a fight with him with, you know, with the money wasn't there and the Y factor wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why am I taking a fight like that when I can get a main event with Zorrilla and who's in the rankings with more money and a main event? You know what I mean? So it's like, I can't.
Oh, wow. So wait, the Kenneth Sims fight wouldn't have been a main event?
No.
Why?
I have no idea, man. As like I said, I wanted to,
But I don't even know Zorrilla. Like, how is he a main event and not you and Kenneth Sims? That shit is crazy.
It's crazy to me because like let's say for example, right, like the guy that Teal's fighting, right? Campa. Campa. I've been trying to fight him. Like I've tried to fight him when I was like 15-0. Like he was already like 20-something-0. You know, no, he's not good enough. He's not TV.
That's what
caliber.
Top Rank was.
Yeah, that's what people were telling me, and I'm like, damn. Now you get this guy fighting him. Like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, man. It's just, you know, it's just.
I mean,
weird.
but coming off of an injury and obviously
Yeah.
Teo's fucking lost it a little bit, he might need.
Yeah, well, I think his team did the right thing. You
Yeah.
know, in my eyes, you know, I think
By not taking
the fight. You know, in my eyes, that's a good move finally from his team. You know what I'm saying? But I just think, I just think
Finally
yeah,
from his team?
I'm just saying, you know, like I just think that it was a good move by them, but they just should need to keep like my name out their mouth and other people's names out their mouth, man. Like, he can't like take this fight and go on Twitter and be like, oh, no one wanted to fight me. You know what I mean? Like, it don't make sense.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something though, and I think it's like really similar with what you're speaking of, because like I've always been a bad kid, and my dad would always tell me somebody's gonna whoop your ass and you gonna learn your lesson. And the first time I got my ass whooped, I told my dad I still ain't learned my lesson. And I think that's the same thing that happened. It's like you talked, and then you know you lose your undisputed titles, and then or the unified titles, and then you know you keep talking.
Whoa,
unified.
He ain't have that last belt, man. We got James Valdez, San Antonio, Texas. You versus Teo. How would that fight play out?
Man, it'll be a great fight. You know, like I said, look, I respect Teo in the ring, right? He's a talented fighter. You know,
he got that pop.
Yeah, he does. You know, but like I said, a lot of people underestimate, you know, me. So I think it'll be a good fight, man. I'll pull it out. I know for 100% I will.
You understand you would be the underdog.
Oh, 100%. I embrace it.
Are you a betting man? I gotta ask. Because.
But would he be the underdog if he would have went straight into it with Teo coming off a loss and an injury?
I'm pretty sure I still would.
Yeah, I think so. Only because of, you know, obviously what he's accomplishing, the name that he's created for himself, you know. So I thought the odds for Haney Kambosos were like really close. I thought it'd be a lot wider, and I think a lot of that, I think Teo really sold. Not Teo, George really sold himself. So, you know.
I got New York Bullet. What up, champ? Who are some of the legends that inspired you? Actually, going back to the Teo fight. So now he's got the power. BoxRec says you don't. How do you win that fight? Because even though you don't have the power, you've chose to slug it out and earn respect from certain people. Is it smart to do that with Teo because he allegedly has power? I'm using air quotes, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I won't let him breathe. I'll put nonstop pressure, man, and I know he won't like it. You know, and I think the accumulation of punches, you know, what ultimately, you know, just was get him.
So New York Bullet in New York says, "What's up, champ? Who were some of the legends that inspired you to box? Good luck on everything."
Tom, thank you. You know, to be honest, man, look, like it's crazy because I'm not really like the biggest boxing fan. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to fight, you know, but I like Sugar Ray Leonard, man. He was that dude was. It's crazy, man. Like his combinations, his speed, his power. Like you just watch highlight. I could watch highlights of him all day. Yeah, it's pretty much him. You know, I liked Oscar De La Hoya in his prime, man. He was, you know, I liked how he was always like boom, boom, his feet through his combinations. But yeah, man, those are the two guys that I kind of look at.
All right, those are all my questions. You have any more?
Who outside of yourself do you watch today? If anybody.
Yeah. I like Shakur, man. He's the dude's is good. Terrence is good. I like Canelo too. I just think he needs to throw a little more. He's gonna depend on his power too much. But those three guys, man, and Lomachenko, of course. Those are three guys, man. And I'm starting to like the Monster, man. That dude, oh man.
Mm-hmm. Well, you brought up Loma, man. Obviously he's in the war
right now.
But do you want that fight with he and Haney?
What do you mean, like when they for them to fight?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
Is that a fight that you would like to see? Like
of course.
He's being brought up a lot, but I just don't know that it's even fair, because it's like, when is he gonna be back? Mm-hmm. And when he comes back, in what shape is he gonna be? And when he comes back, how soon is he gonna want to fight? Like, we were speaking earlier, he's coming back from a war. I'm sure he's gonna want to get back to his wife and kids and spend time with them and settle back in. So how do you see that fight play out though, from the Loma we've seen and what we just saw from Haney?
Man, I don't know, man, because what Haney showed, man, he's dude's good, man, really good. He's good talent. And man, I don't know.
What would you have done with that jab? Because he barely threw the right. So what would you do? Like, how do is it just slipping the jab? Was George just not slipping it? Is it that easy, or because damn. Yeah, man didn't adjust, bro.
It's hard, man. You got a gunshot jab like that, man. It's hard to
Dang, called it a gunshot.
Yeah, okay. Man, because he changes. I like his jab, man. You can change speeds on it, and shout out to Haney, man. He did his thing, man. He went out there and I had my money on Haney. I thought he was gonna win, but you can never bet against George Kambosos. He's a hard worker too, but shout out to Haney, man.
You didn't get to catch him in the gym, did you?
Haney, no.
Okay, so you must have just missed him too.
Yeah,
then.
No, he said that. I think we just. Oh no, we asked Fredris that. We asked.
If we asked Freddie that. Yeah, okay, because obviously he was training at Top Rank before he headed to Australia. So beautiful, beautiful. Well, Arnold, thank you for your time. And July 15th, Top Rank ESPN main event, and that's in where is that, Indio?
No, Pechanga, yeah, Temecula, yeah.
Temecula, I'm sorry, Temecula. So make sure and give out your social media so people can tune in, know where to get tickets, and just follow your career.
Yeah, on Instagram, I'm Arnold_Barboza_ Junior, and on Twitter, I'm Junior Barboza Arnold.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick picture with you, do this little intermission. Actually, last one slid in from Alejandro Corona, a.k.a. A-Crown from San Antonio. Who do you think is the best right now at 140?
At 104, man, I don't know. It's other than myself, I think, man, you can say, Cepeda's up there, Regis is up there. I just think that we all got to fight, each other to figure that out, right? Mm-hmm. Regis is good, Cepeda is good, like I said. Ramirez, he's good too. So it's right there, man. It's kind of got to start fighting each other to see really who it is,
Devin Haney yesterday said that if the rematch doesn't get made, and or if basically saying that there's a chance that he moves up to 40 next, regardless of there's that chance.
Matter of fact, were you not offered a Devin Haney fight at 140 if Bill couldn't go to Australia?
Nah, they didn't.
Really?
No one offered me a fight.
Your name was given to his team.
Damn, I didn't know
if
that.
they would have decided not to go to Australia because Bill couldn't make it, am I wrong? Ain't that the name they told us?
Your name was one of, I want to say, 2 or 3 names that for a Haney fight.
That's crazy that you wouldn't have gotten that offer though.
I mean, that was just worst case scenario. Bill can't go.
Yeah, worst case scenario. Like if Devin's like, fuck that, you can't get my dad in the country, I don't want the fight.
Yeah.
Then allegedly you and 2 other people
were considered for a late summer fight, maybe July or August.
Heartbeat, Yeah.
Well,
so he moves up though. Is that a fight that you would like? Moving up, coming off from undisputed and moving up, to 140.
Man, a heartbeat. Like I said, I'm here to fight big. I want big fights at this point in my career. You know what I'm saying? So So if I can get that fight, man, that would be great too. You know, with all respects to him, man, and to fight a fighter like him would be an honor, man. It would be an honor to share the ring, and we'll put on a great show.
All right, we're going to take a quick intermission, take a picture with Arnold, and we'll be right back. What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.